Viewer, behold. Today I bring you a new video, or I guess the new title of these series is called The Stig Sense. So, my Stig Sense on Conan Exiles. So this game came out way back in the day, I believe in like 2017, 2018. And this was a survival type game, like Minecraft or I guess now these days is like Cow World Minecraft and I guess Enshrouded. Uh, this game one this game is probably one of my favorite survival games. Now this game I played it originally when it first came out. I played it for a bit. I played it on a server and then stuff happened and I didn't want to play on that server anymore because we got wiped and I kind of got mad. But other than all that, I played the game again because of all the PAL World hype. So I wanted to try the game for again and give it a go. It was a lot of fun. I have to say that when you are into this game, hours just fly. They just fly when you're building, you're making your base. So the name of the game is you pretty much make your character. You customize him how you want him to look, and you can have a deity, and the deity thing is actually important for later on in the game. But once you create your character, they put you in like a desert world where you have to, where you just survive. And the plot is like your character is an exile. You have like a little bracelet, and you're trying to get the bracelet off. Now, this is actually one of the few survival games that have an ending, so you can actually beat the game. It is possible, but just a warning: if you do beat the game, the character you beat the game with leaves the island. So you can't ever play that character again. That is a warning. If you're gonna do a story mode, this is a warning now, letting you know now. So when you beat, just like, wait, where to go? But yeah, this game is just a lot of exploration. Just like the map is huge. They give you a lot of room to play with. The desert starting area is pretty cool. Then you get to like this oasis area, which is kind of in between the forest area and the desert. It's a lot of fun. You meet other exiles who are NPCs, which you can actually make them your thralls by tying them up and taking them to like a torture rack, where you can have them eat gruel until they become your thrall. And so like the game is very brutal as well, as you can see from what I just said. Like the game is very mature. Like if you can't handle this kind of stuff, I don't recommend the game for you because you will get triggered by shit. But the game does come from like a older book series based off Conan the Barbarian, which is a very old series and it's very cool. If you watch the movies by Arnold, he had a bunch of movies back in the 80s and 90s. I highly recommend. But yeah, going back to the game, it's just a survival game, and pretty much once you pick the area you want, you kind of have to pick up rocks and sticks and build items into your craft menu. And you have a whole bunch of stuff you can learn to make as you level up. You can pretty much make items, you learn to make weapons, you learn to make houses, you learn to make all this stuff. And you also level up your character as your character does shit, like he picks shit up, he fights stuff, he levels up, and the more you level up your character, you can build them and make perks and whatnot. And those perks will make your character unique. Is your character a gathering character or is he a warrior character? What kind of character do you want to play as? Now, me personally, I like to play as the warrior character. I know some people like to play as gatherers, but I like to fight. I don't. Apparently, the meta or the tech for this game is to make a really strong thrall and have him do all the fighting. But I think that's some pussy shit. We play Dark Souls out here, so we wanna fight in the mechanic system, and you can do that, and you can make your character really cool. There's a lot of different status effects too for fighting. Like there's bleed, there's sunderance, which is like you take more damage because your armor is lower, and there's also crippled, so you move slow. I think the best is bleed and cripple because cripple makes them slower, so the easier hit, and bleed gives really good damage over time. And I think those are the best two statuses if you want to focus on them. So you can also get pets in the game. Pets is also a thing. When you level up your stuff hard enough, you can actually you find like cubs, or you can find like young creatures out in the wild and like grab them and take them to like your animal pen where you can feed them and they'll be raised by you. so they can become your pets, and pets are really cool. But just a heads up for pets and thralls is that they only have one life, so if they die, they're dead for good, and you have to get another one. So just keep that a heads up, just a heads up for you. If you don't like that kind of stuff, this is not for you. But if you like that kind of stuff, this is for you. Now, I said originally we started playing on a PvP server. This game can be played as single player, but I think this game is at its most fun when played in multiplayer. Now, if you don't want to deal with constant griefing and all this other bullshit, I recommend going to like a PvE server. But if you want to play hardcore, like if you want to play the game how it was meant to be played, you gotta play PvP. You have to, because it gets crazy. Now, the nice thing is that on official servers, you can only destroy each other's buildings for certain times. I believe it depends on server time, but it's from uh 18 o'clock to 23 o'clock. So for those who don't do military time, that's 6 o'clock to 11, and that's pretty much wartime, and that's how they allow it. So you can't just blow up random people's buildings, and the people have to be on at that time to make sure that no one's attacking their building and stuff. I think that's a really cool. Oh, they also have gods. So as I told you, you can pick date like the deity you pick in the beginning is the deity your character worships, and the more you level up, you can unlock altars, and these altars allow to you to summon like these high level deity creatures that can pretty much wipe out bases single handedly, which is cool, but they're really hard to summon. I actually, in my time of playing, I've actually never summoned one. Luckily, I never got into fights with people enough where I had to be like, all right, time to get Ymir in here. But fortunately, we've not had to deal with that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much just the game. The game is all about gathering resources, finding animals, taming them, taming animals you want to tame. There's also dungeons, and there's also a story you can learn too. But I feel like that stuff is kind of janky, and I feel like it's kind of half-assed. So I feel like if you're playing this game for the story, you're not gonna have a good time. But if you're playing this game to just enjoy the the survival aspect and to live in like this barbaric age, I think you're gonna have a really good time. And if you like survival games like Minecraft, and like it's kind of like Minecraft mixed with like Minecraft survival elements mixed with like action game like Souls like battle system. That's the best way I can describe it. If that didn't sell you on it, I don't think you're gonna be very interested. Now, I will say that it was kind of laggy, especially on console, but you can actually fix that by going to your settings and turning off the day menu, the daily menu, or the daily challenge, or the challenge menu, or like the goal challenges, like the little thing that tells you like, oh, make this, make this. Just turn that off, and and the lag should go away. So yeah, so like I said, one of my biggest negativities, like I just talking about the pros, but like I said, the only negativity on this game is that it can be a little janky, like the way shit moves. But once you get used to it, you can actually use that to your advantage. And if you're in a PvP server, prepare to deal with other players, because there's nothing worse than a griefer. I don't know what it is. It's just something that anonymity plus freedom plus no consequences. Like they just there's some of the players that make them want to become total pieces of shit, and you can't blame them because shit happens. It's a war game. It's literally called a Conan. Conan the Barbarian. Shit's time for war. But yeah, that's about it. I think I ramble enough about the video. It's almost gonna be like 13 minutes long. I'm gonna try and edit it down. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe. If you're new to the channel, check the channel out. Click on the videos. And if you have anything to recommend, if you have any games you want me to check out or anything you want me to check out, leave it down below. Alright, thank you guys so much. And peace.